You ever have those days where you feel like your life's going nowhere? Like everyone else seems to be running ahead while you're just standing still? Well, here's the truth. You might be doing way better than you realize. In fact, there are hidden signs of progress that most people miss, and today, we're uncovering 7 powerful signs that you're doing better than you think. By the end of this video, you'll see your life from a totally new perspective. And trust me, you'll walk away feeling lighter, more confident, and a lot more grateful for how far you've come. You've stopped comparing your life to everyone else's. Remember when you used to scroll through social media, comparing your life to everyone's highlight reel? Yeah, those perfectly edited vacations, new cars, smiling faces. If you've started to care less about all that, congratulations. That's a massive win. See, comparison is the fastest way to feel behind. But when you start focusing on your path, you stop living for the applause and start living for progress. You might not have everything you want yet, but you've gained something way more important: inner peace. And that's a sign of emotional maturity most people never reach. You've learned to say no, even when it's uncomfortable. Once upon a time, you probably said yes to everything. Extra work, random favors, plans you didn't even enjoy. All because you didn't want to disappoint anyone. But if you've started saying no, that means you're setting boundaries. It means you finally value your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. Think about it. The person who says no isn't being rude. They're just someone who knows their worth. And that's a major level up in life. Because the moment you stop trying to please everyone, you start creating space for the things that actually matter. You handle challenges better than before. Life used to knock you down for weeks. One small mistake and your whole mood was gone. But now, you bounce back faster. Maybe you don't even notice it. But the way you recover from bad days says a lot about how strong you've become. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up without losing your sense of self. Think back to something that used to break you a year ago. If that same thing happened today, would you handle it differently? If your answer is yes, that's growth. And that's proof you're doing better than you think. You've stopped chasing perfection. You've realized that perfection is an illusion, and you're done wasting energy on it. Instead, you're learning, improving, experimenting. You've started to understand that it's okay to be a work in progress. Maybe your goals aren't all achieved yet. Maybe you've made mistakes along the way, but you're still showing up, still trying, still growing, and that's everything. Progress is messy. It's filled with detours, doubts, and failures, but those things are proof that you're doing the work. So if you're learning to embrace imperfection, you're already ahead of 90% of people who are still waiting for the perfect time to start. You care more about your future than your past. There was a time when your thoughts were trapped in what went wrong. Regrets, missed chances, what ifs. But now, you're thinking about what's next. You're planning. You're dreaming again. Even if it's just small steps like saving a little money, building a new habit, or focusing on self-improvement. That's the mind of someone who's healing and growing. Because when your attention shifts from what I've lost to what I can build, you've already started rewriting your story. And that's something powerful. You've removed toxic people from your life. At some point, you realize that not everyone deserves a seat at your table. That energy vampires, drama addicts, and people who constantly drain you have no place in your peace. And so you started letting go. Maybe it was hard. Maybe it was messy, but you did it because deep down, you knew that peace is more valuable than company. And that's one of the hardest lessons to learn, that sometimes growth looks like distance. Because every time you walk away from what no longer serves you, you walk closer to the life that does. You're still hopeful. No matter how tough life's been, some part of you still believes things can get better. You still wake up with that small spark, that maybe today will be different feeling. That's not naivety, that's strength. Hope is the engine that keeps you moving, even when everything feels stuck. It means you haven't given up on yourself. It means your story isn't finished yet. And as long as that light is still alive inside you, you're doing better than you think, far better.